Time left, and it's good to sort of tie this stuff up. Captain David Brown lived in that little fence. There's his cellar hole. It's only about 250 yards away. How would you feel if 70 British soldiers showed up in your front yard one morning?
I would freak.
It's not about these lofty, the writings of Locke or Harrington or Montesquieu or Rousseau. No. I've got the British Army in my front yard. I don't like it. I don't need him. He's not helping me. Knock it off. It became personal. They were here to get the guns stored at Barrett's Farm. They were moved on April 18th. They were never buried, in my opinion. They were never buried because the spy report said they were in the undercroft of my barn. So guess what? I think they were in the undercroft of my barn. That's what causes this fight. Now, I guess I better shut up because the real show is going to start, but I'm going to leave you with one thing. Hang on just a second, if you don't mind. One thing. Here's my opinion. I am really glad to be an American. We make huge mistakes, but I am glad to be an American, if for only one reason, and this is what it is. I don't know anything after 1783, but I'm going to give it a try. I get really stupid after 1783, but here's a try. In 1797, George Washington is no longer going to be president. And who's the new guy? Adams. So in the first national transfer of power in America, I believe fervently that we instituted a unique, somebody define unique for me, one of a kind, unmodifiable. It's not kind of unique or very unique. It's just unique. I get all worked up over that. So it's unique. And here it is. First national transfer of power. There are 5 elements. Number 1, Washington and Adams were both alive before the transfer of power. Got it?
Yeah.
Now all together, Washington and Adams are both alive after. Now we're cooking. It's number 2. Number 3, Washington and Adams were entirely unrelated one to the other. Number 4, Washington and Adams did not share similar political views. If you read the Washington papers and the Adams papers, sometimes you think you're on another planet, these guys. And number 5, the military does not show up to make it stick. It is civil. And only civil. And our finest test of that, irrespective of the results, I don't care. Irrespective of the results, remember this little fracas with Billy and Al and George. It was a goat rodeo. I'm almost done. It was a goat rodeo. And I know, as a Vietnam military officer, naval officer, did you remember that they were scared that the military was going to invest the Supreme Court to try to settle this stuff? Remember that stuff? But what did the military do on that day and all the other days? They stayed home. They did nothing. Look at the news today and how many countries cannot do those 5 things today. So you can tell I don't really care about this stuff. And thanks a lot for being here. Now you gotta move everybody behind the line. Let's go. Yep, I understand.